Alert, alert, alert. Richard Hart, Greg the Duck is buying PulseX. That's right, PLSX, friends. I have another video coming out shortly for you just to tell you about what he's playing for, the Ethereum ETF. But right now, PulseX is smacking up. Right now, as you can see on this chart here, the candles are going up. It's actually right now live. Okay, this is it right now. It's actually at 30% below day one. So it's actually made new highs that we haven't seen since June 2023. It is now doing the whole triangle thing, moving up. So it's happening as we speak. I'm also showing you now some tweets, right? This is actually the 20% pump up that we saw initially, and now it seems to be continuing. Remember, it's actually a bit higher from that as well. This is once again this little triangle channel. This is very, very common, friends. Someone smacks it up. This is what we saw at the beginning of the year, and then you just get the weak hands out. You're like, get them out, get them out, get them out, and then slowly you're running out of sellers, and we hopefully get it up again. Yes, I got to tell you as well, confirming, I have not seen any transactions in Pulse or Hex. It's just PulseX. I am eating shapes, friends. Also, you're my friend. Don't forget helicopter hat. Whee! Now, why would he just be doing PulseX? I think it's more like, well, everyone's still offside from like December 2021. And I think it's the first thing that he probably wants to recover. And you really just got to think about the ratios of everything, because if he pushes this up and everything gets dragged up with it, the PulseX to Pulse ratio is still going to look very juicy, and everything else will be dragging up. I can show it to you right now. The PulseX to Pulse ratio is at 0.43, which is very, very strong for a DEX out here. Don't forget, everything else is moving, friends. I can show you everything up for the day. You see, PulseX is up the most. Inc is up 23%. See, Inc is now $7.38. You also have PulseChain. You have Hex as well moving up. Total Hex here is up to 3 cents. So don't forget, there is the wall, friends. So total Hex, right? 3 cents. But eHEX itself, you still got the BankX wall. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you where the BankX wall is, just so we can quickly have a peek now, because the BankX wall, friends, we're getting actually very, very, very close to it now. And it's going to start chewing. Remember the great chew? Well, you know, we're going to need to put a little squirrel here just so we can appreciate the chewing, friends. You've got to chew on these nuts. It's going to take a while, though. It's probably going to go up. It's probably going to go up and down. Up and down. We can't chew. We try to go up, come back down. Some FUD. Oh! You know what I mean? I expect, though, after we chew this, see, someone can just take it right now in one go if they want. But after we chew it, probably we just do this instant zoop, teleport up of like a plus 100%, because you have an artificial seller there who's just been clamping it down. Remember, it's not bearish. It's actually bullish to see that. I'd also like to remind you to play some nice pump music as well. It's possible, friends, that this wallet starts buying all the coins at once, but this is what it's starting to look like. He's starting to curl it up. See this? This is the PulseChain chart. Rounded bottom. We might see it come back up and then do the cup and handle, screw up, and then we actually can go up here. If we do this distance here, I mean, that'll be great if we do that distance. I just did this estimate. What distance is that around? It's around 6x above day one sack, 3 or 4x from here. I think it'll get people to at least stop complaining as much as they have. But the real target, don't forget, look, I'm just going to tell you now. As soon as we get a green weekly or monthly candle, everyone's going to be calling for 100x or 1000x again. So I just want you to exercise just a bit of like, just humility. Like, hey, you know, yes, can we go to 10x first? I don't know. Is that crazy? Can we just go to Eric Wall's 10x bet first before we call for 1000x here and there? Because Bitcoin has tapped 69,000 and we're still all the way down here. I wonder how long it's going to be. You don't really know. Bringing it back to the PulseX chart as well. Smacking up here. Don't forget too, the PulseX has the hyper burn as well. So every dollar coming into PulseX is doing even more burning than it should. I remember Mr. CoexistenceSteven. So Stevie didn't know, just to remind you guys, there's 2 versions of PulseX, V1 and V2. V1 has a bug. The bug is that all the fees went to buy and burning. No liquidity providing fees. It's a bug. You're meant to pay the liquidity providers. But the bug was hyper burning PulseX, so we left it there. Or was it done on purpose? We don't know. So then they made V2 farms. V2 provides you with payments if you provide liquidity. So there's Inc farms are only on V1. However, you do the hyper burn of PulseX. Instead of like 6 basis points, it's like 24 or something. Like it's huge amounts. And everyone's just be like, you know what? Leave it there. We want to see a hyper burn in action. That's exactly what I would do, by the way. Hyper burn. Buy and burn as much as you can. I just want to see what this does in a bull market because everyone wants to see. This is the PulseX chart. It's very, very obvious, right? I've got this big horizontal line. We're going back to day one sacrifice where basically everyone is break even from 2 years. Like, yay, break even. But, you know, if you want to excite people like Sir Ivan, the technologist, to go back onto Crypto7 show and to chat with Mr. Tangent and speak again, I think it just, we really got to get it exciting. Because remember, like Molestia did a 10x off the launch. Friends, you know, Pepe's up 796,000x now. Dog with a hat did 83,000x in 5 months. So AI coins, the AI coin industry, by the way, is 5 times bigger than Richard Hart coins, the whole valuation, non-origin address. So AI is now around 25 billion and Richard Hart is like 5. I think it's now 6 billion. So it's about 4. So think about that. An industry that didn't exist before. It's already 5 times bigger on Richard Hart's valuation. So it's very, very, very behind. But what would push it up to like reasonable levels? Well, Cardano is still 20 billion-ish. So I think, look, if PulseChain flips Cardano, that's about an 8x from here, from today. Everything does an 8x. Let's see if that happens, right? So that's why I'm showing you this alert. The wallets are buying. A whale's in here. The sentiment has hit an all-time new low. That's right, a new all-time low. A lot of people bagging out Richard Hart, saying you're stupid. And here's the thing, friends. Like, you could say they're wrong, but they're showing price charts which indicate, hey, your thing has been going nowhere. Log chart can't even save this. Everything's going down. So look, there's no magic pill you can take in investing and have like, hey, give me a thing that's gonna go up as soon as I buy and everything looks good. It doesn't happen like that. It's all about bets, right? People are always selling you things cheap because they think things are gonna stay cheap for it. People are buying things expensive because they're optimistic that these things will keep going expensive. Well, right now, the PulseChain, PulseX, and eHEX ecosystem, it's cheap because people believe it will keep staying cheap. They think, oh, Richard's never going to buy it. These things will never go up. People will keep dumping. I've taken the other side of that bet. I'm sure a lot of you have too. I'm wearing a helicopter hat. Don't forget who loves you. Catch you soon.